Hey everybody, how are you? It's Peter again for MLB Trade Rumors and Discussions. I just did my basketball video. Today is April 10th, Friday, 2020. We are going to finish this with two teams left. I have done every single baseball team and I've done an analysis and a preview of what I think. And we are now up to the Chicago White Sox. But before I speak about that, MLB is throwing out all these different plans, right? They are throwing all these different plans out where they're going to have rules of the Grapefruit League. I don't see. I was going to talk to you guys about the rules, but since nothing is set in stone, we don't need to talk about that. So many different things about that can happen wrong. For me, I don't care. I don't care what they do. I just want to see baseball. That's the truth. Whatever rule they come up with, they're just trying to get the sport up. Yeah, some teams are going to have unfair advantages. Some teams are just going to be screwed. A lot of teams with the NL, if they're doing that, if they're only doing DH, it's going to be a really whole different thing, right? NL team's going to have to get used to that. To me, honestly, if I'm Arizona, because I'm a big Diamondback fan, I couldn't care less. I'd rather have another hitter in the lineup if that's what we're going to do. If they're just going to do pitcher only, I'm just throwing out a million options here. It really depends on what they're going to do. But right now, they were throwing the idea of doing like the Grapefruit League. I don't know. Let's see. Let's not get into stuff until it's in concrete because now these are all things thrown out there. Anyway, let's talk about the Chicago White Sox. Did they do enough to make the playoffs? They did a lot this offseason, right? Let's start with Yasmani Grandal. They made a big signing. To me, that was too much money. They spent on a guy who's a good catcher, but I liked McCann. He did very well. Don't think you needed this guy. I think you needed to invest more in pitching. Besides, because you only got Dallas Keuchel and Gio Gonzalez, and that's not enough to me. Gio is definitely not enough. Keuchel is good, but you needed somebody behind your ace, Giolito, who's really good. That's my opinion. I think Grandal is going to do well. Don't get me wrong. Fantasy numbers, he's a good catcher, plays all the time. I just don't think you needed to spend that much money. That's my opinion. Anyway, let's talk about some of the other moves they made. I like the move for Nomar Mazara. That's an under the radar move nobody's paying attention to. That guy's probably going to hit 30-something home runs in that ballpark. Solid ball player, okay? If you look around the diamond, all right, they signed Edwin Encarnacion for DH. You got to like the move anytime you can get a veteran. Guy's still capable of hitting 30 home runs, man. Right? Anytime you can get that, maybe the pressure's on him. He didn't fit the New York Yankees. I always can just see this guy fitting well. A lot of Spanish guys on the team. Maybe he'll feel more comfortable. I see that happening for the better. I just see the right move when it comes for Encarnacion. I don't see the fit for New York. It just didn't look like if he fit in. He just, with the beard shaved, it just didn't fit. You know, with the White Sox, you have a lot of guys there that fit for him. Okay, let's talk about Moncada. Guy is fucking awesome. Let me say that. Moncada is just going to get better and better. Tim Anderson had a great year last year. We don't know what Tim Anderson we're going to see, but has a really good ball player. Jose Abreu, this guy, when the White Sox sucked, he always consistently played well. Eloy Jimenez, beast. This guy's going to get better and better. Then you got the rookie sensation, Luis Robert. It's just tougher and tougher to pay against that lineup. Where they're lacking, and I'm going to tell you this now, all their eggs are going to depend on one big guy, and that's going to have to be Keuchel. They're going to need Keuchel to step up. Like, you can't just depend on, again, it's like the Twins last year with Berrios. You need somebody else, and Odorizzi he did, but if you're going to make the playoffs, you're going to need Keuchel to be the Keuchel of when he was in Houston, okay? This guy is, I don't know if I'm seeing a 3-point ERA or I'm seeing a 4.5, because I've watched two different Keuchels. One where, like, guys just turn it over, reminded me of Pettit, where they just ground ball the short, they try to just pull him, they can't. Then I seen another guy who just couldn't find the strike zone and get blasted, whether his ball wasn't sinking or what. I don't know what Keuchel you're going to get. They invested a lot of money in him too. So, these are the things where they're spending the money. Gio Gonzalez, I get it. Get a guy, get a veteran in the bullpen, back into the rotation, eat some innings up until you guys get there a couple of players. I just don't know if I'm seeing enough. That's just my opinion. But hitting-wise, it's through the roof. When the White Sox hitter's going to put it all together, and I'm telling you, it's going to be Mazara who's going to surprise everybody. I expect 280, 35 to 40 home runs from this guy soon. Maybe not this year, but the year after. In Texas, he was, some games he was awesome. He just couldn't seem to fit it. And he still hit 20-something home runs consistently. So expect him to do well. Anyway, guys, I'm up one more day. I believe tomorrow's the last against the Yankees, and then we're done. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.